What is up, guys? Another episode of Mr. G's Math Videos. And in today's video, we're going to be learning something pretty new. We're going to be learning how to round with a number line. So, in the last episode, we were using a saying: if it's 4 or less, let it rest. If it's 5 or more, let it soar. We're going to be using that same chant today, but we're going to be rounding our numbers on an open number line. So let's jump right in. Our first number that we're going to be working with is 3 and 257 thousandths. And I want to be rounding this number to the nearest tenth. So just like last time in our strategy before, we are going to be underlining the tenths place. We're going to be drawing a vertical line to separate. Now, since we are using a number line, we're going to go ahead and draw our open number line. And just like a story, number lines have a beginning, a middle, and an end. It is our job to fill those parts out with our numbers. So, since we are using a number line and it's to the nearest tenth, the beginning number is going to be everything to the left of where we wrote our vertical line. So the 3 and the 2 and the tenths, that's going to be our beginning point, 3.2. And I'm going to go ahead and just add a 0 to the end of that. Okay, 3.2, we'll add another one to the thousandths. Now, if I go one more tenth up, right? Think about 3.2 plus a tenth. What would be that next tenth? Well, 3.2, 3.3. Okay, see how we just increased by 1/10? That's going to be our ending point. Now, when we round, our answer is either going to be the beginning point or the ending point. Those are going to be our two choices for our answers. Now, the next part, this is going to be really important to how we round. We need this midpoint. So we have to think to ourselves, what's in between 20 and 30? Well, it's going to be 25. So our midpoint is 3.25. Okay. Once we have all of our 3 points, beginning, middle, and end of our number line, we are going to take our original number and we are going to ask ourselves, where is that going to go on the number line? Is it going to be after the midpoint or is it going to be before the midpoint? Okay, so again, now we're starting to use our strategies for comparing numbers. Well, I know 257 is greater than my 250 here on my midpoint. So I think my number is supposed to go somewhere right about here. Again, I'm just estimating. So because my number is after the midpoint, that means my number is going to round up. So the answer is going to be 3.300. That is what my number is going to round to when I'm rounding to the nearest tenth. Okay, does that make sense? Let's take a look at another one. Now, in this problem, I want to round to the nearest hundredth. So I'm going to go ahead and locate my hundredths place, which is the 8, draw my vertical line, separating that from the thousandths. And again, I want to think, is it 4 or less? Let it rest. Is it 5 or more? Let it soar. So I'm going to go ahead and draw my number line. My beginning point is everything to the left of that vertical line, 5.280. My ending point is just the next hundredth. So I'm just going one up. It's going to be 5.290. And then my midpoint is just what's in between. What's in between 80 and 90? Well, it's going to be 85. So it's going to be 5.285. And then the last step, I take my original number and I ask myself, where is that going to go on the number line? Is it less than my midpoint or is it more than my midpoint? Well, since this is 284, that's going to be less than 285. So it's going to go right about there. Okay. And again, that's just an estimation. Since it's before my number line, that means my original number is going to round down. So the answer I'm going to get is 5 and 280 thousandths. My original number is going to round down. Okay. All right. Let's see if you can try some practice problems on your own. So I want you to round these next two problems. I want you to round them to the nearest hundredths. Okay. So your first problem is 6 and 273 thousandths. Your other problem that you're going to do is 10 and 799 thousandths. Go ahead and pause this video, create those number lines, see if you can come up with your answers on your own, and then unpause it, and then we'll check those answers together. All right, let's go ahead and look at this first problem. So again, the first thing you want to do is underline your rounding place and draw that vertical line. That's going to tell you what your starting point is in your number line. So your beginning point is going to be 6 and 270 thousandths. Your ending point is just going to be 1,000th more, which is 6 and 280 thousandths, or 100th more, I'm sorry. And then the middle point is just what's in between those. So I kind of look at it like this: 270, 280. What's in the middle? Well, 275, right? So that's going to be our midpoint. Then all we do is we take our original number and we place it where we think it goes on the number line, before the midpoint or after the midpoint. Well, 6 and 273 is less than 6 and 275, so I think it goes right about there. And that means our original number is going to round down to 6 and 270 thousandths. So my answer is going to be right there. Okay. Number 2, we're going to underline the hundredths, draw a vertical line. That is going to be able to tell us our starting point for our number line. Then we're going to go let me go back here. All right, guys, 1 second. Some technical difficulties. All right, so 10 and 79 thousandths, and then our ending point is 10 and 800 thousandths. So what's going to be in the middle? That's going to be 10 and 795 thousandths. And then we just have to figure out where our original number goes, and it's going to go right here. That means it's going to round up and become 10 and 800 thousandths. All right, how did you guys do? Hopefully you got those right. So that's our strategy for rounding with number lines. I know it can be a little tricky. The hardest part, I feel, is getting those beginning, middle, and end numbers on your number line. But if you use that strategy like I showed you, you should be able to get those numbers with a few practice problems. All right, guys, that is going to wrap it up for me. I appreciate everybody watching our video on how to round with a number line. Make sure that you hit the like and subscribe button. We'll be putting up some new videos over our next unit, which is going to be addition and subtraction with decimals. That's it for me, guys. I appreciate it. Until next time, manta rays, keep on mathin'.